Can you hear me now? Not yet. Hello. It's still going through. I don't know what's wrong. Let me just disconnect and try again. Okay, now you can hear me. Like perfect, perfect. Cool. Okay. So hi and good evening, everyone. Like there's so many people. I got the messages. So let me just share the entire screen so that we can get ready. All righty. So going back to the Excel first. Do you guys see the screen much better now? Much sharper as compared to my previous screen? Okay. That's good then. So let us go through the list today, what we had and how did we do. So ES started with 4581, 4560 was stop loss, and it never looked back, and it managed to close above this area. Now I'm looking for 4668. If we break that, we are going to make 4780, 4790 in this Christmas rally. I will rule out shorts for now. So that's not there. Triple Q held 380 initially, and then when it crossed 382, it catched up with Dow Jones and the rest of the two indexes, ES and IWM. So it's working. Apple, to begin with, did 167. I didn't even had a chance to touch it, but yes, it did its target. A firm opened well below 114, went on to make 90.93, like below 100. I didn't check the lowest price, but yes, it was on track. AMD never opened, but it kind of recovered from the day's low, and I ended up having some position which I'm carrying in AMD. Amazon around 10ish. It was around 33.80, 485. I went long. I closed at 34.24. I closed at 34.60. Both the targets, and I was out. I did not even look back. AMAT, I did not trade, but it was also running well. Went above 142, 143, and then closed 147 area, something around that. QQM, I did not check. BA was good. It made 206. I traded BA, made good. Facebook, almost 319, 320 towards his targets. It worked. Google gave you opportunity to go down, but then again with the market, it came up. Lucid Motors never actually came near 45. It was around 43, 44 level. So it's there. Shop never came into this area. FedEx made 245. Microsoft still in this area to sell. MU was green, made 83, almost close towards the target. Disney, I did not check. Nvidia made sell below 299, made 281 exactly, and then bounced. Tesla below 1000, it went to make 950, and that's it. So more or less, it gave you an opportunity to understand that yes, there were trades which were in the market. We could have done better, but we did a couple of trades and they worked well for me. So I will not complain. All right, so let me just start with my daily cycle of going through the scanners. This is my scan. I will run my inside day scan. Where is inside day scan? And now my bias is positive towards the market. So triple Q is looking positive. T triple Q is positive. Now Netflix, Microsoft, they have inside days. So Netflix now Microsoft, Triple Q, all of inside days. Hi, good evening, everyone. Like we have so many people out there. So if you have any ticker, we will talk about that. And we will discuss those tickers once I'm done with my analysis. I'll time frame my analysis till 11 o'clock so that we can wrap up quickly and we can jump onto the discussion. Okay. In between, if you have anything, you can ping me on YouTube chat and I will revert. So these are the tickers which I would love to add because they are inside days. I do not have Netflix now, Microsoft. Okay. I do not have Netflix and now. So let me start with my analysis for ES first. So let's go to ES. So ES, as I was saying last night, that if we are able to hold this lower low, see exactly it made 45.32 and today's low was 45.30. So we almost there on that piece. We agreed to that concept that yes, this will be held. It held. We made a higher high, higher low. That's positive thumbs up. Now we are in between the red and the green line. So as soon as we cross it, we will get a thumbs up towards 4668. 4668 is really, really important area. This is a flag for all-time high. If we get this, we're going to hit approximately 4780. We will definitely breach this. We will hit 4779. Let me just show you that. Clear. This is my target, 4779. So for everybody's purpose, 12 EMA is my green line. It's a 12-day moving average, 34-day moving average with the red line. Now the trend changes as soon as we move up. You see, right from this move from 4380, or especially from 4260 area, right? We had the 12 EMA held above the 34 EMA. Even now it came down, but it still respected that. Now 4581 is an extremely important support. I have zero doubt at this time that this will be breached. We're gonna hit this, maybe this before Christmas, before early next week. I'm very bullish in the market now. Especially the tech sector will follow up. It was lagging for last 1 or 2 days. It was hit hard, but now it will show some extreme strength while moving up. So if I go back to my sheet, I'm going to move this to positive. And I'm going to go by above 4600. Stop loss will be 4581. My target is 4668. 4668. And next is 4779. And I'm 70% bullish. I will even change the color to extreme green. And I don't even want to have a negative row, even for triple Q. Triple Q is again positive, plus inside day. So let me just go back to triple Q. So this is my theory. We are hitting very extreme support. We should not break it. If we break it, we will come back and revisit our theory. But right now, it's super positive for me in terms of ES. If you want to buy ES options at this time, this is a confirmation. We held this long-term trend line and we came up above the seller zone. That's one ticker. We held 4581. That's second ticker in our checklist. We held 34. That's the third one. As soon as we break 4600, which is the 12 EMA, we should be on the moon. We should be done. Okay, that's ES. Then I have triple Q. And this is triple Q's chart. And you see right here, it tested the lows, almost tested the lows, but did not make a new low. Whenever you're not making a new low, it means you're showing some strength. It definitely did not make a new high, but it will. It will tomorrow. And as soon as it breaks above this line, which is 3384, where is my pencil? This is the support loss, 34 EMA, which is 388.54. As soon as we breach this, we're gonna hit this area. So right now it's about 386. So that's about a percent move. And once we do that, 393, 392. So again, this is extremely bullish. I'm bullish because the trend is still maintained on the daily cycle. The 12 EMA is still hovering above the 34 EMA, and there's no head and shoulders on triple Q. That got invalidated. There was no new low. So, but it did not had a new low, so it invalidates that. And even in the after hours, it's looking flat to positive. So I'm gonna keep positive stance on triple Q. Now I'm gonna buy about 388. 388.54, keeping a stop loss of 383.67. This stop loss is about 5 points, but if you get an opportunity to buy in a range 386 to 388, I think you should be all right. But I have serious doubts that we will get that. Buy in 386.75 to 388. Targets will be 391.54, 393.92. Again, 70% bullish here. We might have a center rally which we were waiting for now. Apple again, like it almost came close to its resistance and then made an inverted hammer. We are at top of the trend, and inverted hammer like this is practically not a good sign. It should have held its gains, but it gave back when the market bounced. It was really, really strong throughout the day, but then it gave back. So I would like to see if it holds 162 area. Then I would love to go long. If it doesn't, I will exit Apple. So Apple now is totally neutral for me. If I can get an opportunity to add around 162, I would love to. So that's about $3 down. Otherwise, I would love to ignore Apple. So Apple, I'm going to mark this as neutral and buy the dip. I will change the color, buy above 162. Yeah. I will just keep the stop loss updated to 161, which is the 12 EMA right here. So 12 EMA is coming up, 161. If it comes somehow, if market dips, Apple may be the first one to go down. If it goes down, I'll be waiting with my open hands to catch it at 162. And I'm going to mark this as neutral. or if it breaks 167, I would love to go long in it. Right now, it's there in that range. Affirm almost came to my target today. See, we were shorting Affirm from 159. It came here, failed, came down, and the low today was 96. So if you took shorts from Friday, which I gave for 115, 110 puts on Affirm, this is the serious gains. But now it has bounced and it was able to close above the previous close and was green. It even tested the resistance line. But if market fades away again, I would love to short this again. But this time my conviction rate will be lesser. I'm going to call this as neutral for now. I would love to do one more shot on this. If it works out, it's good. Otherwise, I will not touch it. I'll prefer to go with the other shots. So it's a neutral trade. There's nothing positive or negative in the market about Affirm as of now, but it's coming to that level. I want to have a close above 118.72 just to give me like a confirmation on Affirm. That yes, if it breaks above 118.72, I will definitely turn super positive on Affirm. Yesterday we were short, so today we have to go to neutral, and then if it breaks 118, we will turn into positive bias. AMD. AMD, like if you look at my chart, and if you guys have any chart, we will discuss all those charts. So AMD is right here. It managed to close above 138, which is 78.6% in the Fibonacci extension, extremely important support. It tested the supply zone bottom and the long-term trend line and almost making a hammer. Now, tomorrow, if we have a green, this will become a potential morning star, because from this trend, we came down. We have a setup for a perfect morning star. Tomorrow, it may open above today's high, 141, and it starts to run. I will have no surprises. We might even touch 149.50 by the end of the day on AMD. That kind of bullish I am on AMD. So buy above 141.25. Let me just confirm the day high today. 141.31. So let's take that 141.50. If we break 141.50, keep a stop loss of 138.80, which is our 78.6 Fibonacci. Target is this, and I'm giving 80% on AMD. I have my positions in this as well, plus a potential morning star setup. And you know, morning star and evening star by now, they work, and they work like a charm if you just get onto them. Amazon, like many people were asking, why did I choose Amazon this morning? So let me just explain that to you all. This is my 30-minute candle, and right here. So this is 9:30 candle, right? This came 33.44. Look at where it closed. It closed at 33.66. Okay. Now in the next candle, it came to 33.84 where I jumped in, and I jumped in as soon as it moved above the 12 EMA line. So when I jumped into this, the price was 33.84. I jumped into this because it took the support. Now the next cause was resistance. The resistance was being tested. It moved away above that 12 EMA, and it was 10 o'clock. It was not like 9:30 candle. This is 10 o'clock candle. which closes at 10:30. Then it went on to make a test 34.24. It did that. I booked half of my positions here. Then I kept 33.88 as my stop loss and ran. A break of 34.24, which happened after 2 hours, was a confirmation for test of 61%. Because 50, I usually like, as I said in my explanation previously, 50 percentage on Fibonacci is something which you can consider as a minor support or a minor resistance. 61, 38, 26, they are good. 78 and 50 are minor resistance and support. So half a position I booked at 34.24, another half I booked at 34.60. As soon as I booked it, it saw the like what you call selling in Amazon. It went on to like come back and closed around 34.24. So this is how I entered into a trade. So many people in the Telegram channel were asking me, uh, what did I thought? Firstly, I did not enter anywhere around 33.44. If I did, that would have made me extremely good money. But no, I stick to my principle. Entered at 10 o'clock around this price, and then it just bumped, give me a good trade. So now if I come back and plan for it for tomorrow, come on, one day. So 1, 2, 3, we have almost a candle which is testing the 34 EMA, which is 3473, and today's high was 3473. That's why 34 is important. Now you see all my tickers, they test the lines to the point, and that's what you will get confidence in. If you take out your pre-market or after hours from your trades, just stick to a simple 34 and 12 EMA structure. It will like allow you to have much more precise levels automatically. Now I'm going to keep 34.24 as my stop loss. So anybody who has positions now should look out for a move above 34.60. If we have a closing above 34.60, that will be a really good trade for 3,500, 3,600. So I'm going to keep my bullish stance here. Buy above 34.60, which is 1% move, or you can buy early, but I would like to keep this 34 and my targets will be 35.10, 35.11 specifically, 35.76. I'm going to keep 70% on this Amazon. These two targets, 35.11, 35.76. So when you're riding a trade, right, most of the people do not have like big option money to trade. Buy spreads, buy butterflies, buy spreads. Like for example, we are looking for a trade here, 34.60. Buy a spread between 35.10 and 35.75 at this time when it crosses. And once you are in the middle, then you might book. That will give you ample return. David, Amazon making LHLL, lower high, lower low. No, if you look at this, the lows were almost similar and today was higher. The high was higher than yesterday. Look at the price here. The low was 338.6 and today is 338.6. So in fact, today was uh, roughly an inside day on Amazon. It did not make a lower high, lower low. It made a higher high and a higher low, which is positive. Just check to the points. You will find that. So that's Amazon. AMAT. I'm like bullish on AMAT from last couple of days. And again, it came to this 142 area, which I was waiting for. So anybody who was interested definitely got an opportunity to enter around 142. The point is, if you have patience, this thing neutral by the dip will give you this opportunity. And again, let me confirm where did it came. So during the first 9:30 candle, it came here. Second made 141, closed above this. It gave you this opportunity right at this time that it opened at 142, went down to 141 above the stop loss and held 142.22. This was a confirmation. So if you entered here, you would have made good money on it. And that's what my sheet said. Neutral, buy the dip, buy above this, keep this. So I'm now going to just keep my targets open and update the entries. If you're in continuation, extremely good. But if you are not, then I would love to enter it above 148.58, keeping a stop loss of 146. My targets will still be the same. But this time it's positive because it did the job. So I'm going to buy above 148. See, I try to keep it very simple. It's just that you have to wait and give yourself time that you are not missing on something. People will ask questions that, is it a good price to enter? No. If it is outside the buying area, it's not a good price. Okay. It's a good price when it is in this area. If it is jumped or if it crossed the target one, then you can jump. But if it is already in the middle between the entry and the target, then we have missed that train. We have 20 tickers. We can pick one or two, make our day, and then that's it. We should not be worried about picking each and every ticker which is in the market. Focus on 5, maybe 10 tickers at best. Pick few of them, make money, get out of it. QCOM. Along with and I like even yesterday when I was doing this discussion, I mentioned that I am turning positive towards the market. QCOM again like held that 171.88 area as a stop loss for at least 3 days back to back. It made definitely lower low, lower high. If it breaks 170, 188, it can come down strongly. But looking at the market momentum, I think this may not happen. And it tries to break out above 180 area. So I'm going to keep my equation same on QCOM. It's still neutral and everything else is there, same. Boeing, as expected, Boeing is setting up for a morning star and it did that. Come on. On weekly candles, you see right here, a perfect morning star. You cannot like beat this. A red, follow up a green on a weekly. I'm holding my 210 March calls, not touching them, not selling them. I shared that trade with all of you that I entered around 14. They're roughly trading around 17. And I will not be surprised if I hit these two targets, even maybe like this week only. I'm extremely bullish on Boeing. I missed out on airlines, but I'm still holding on to my Boeing position. So that's the weekly candle. Move to day candle. So on the day as well, it's again making a not a clean morning star, but yes, it's making a morning star. It's like usually this should be red and then dodgy, but I'll call it a morning star. Not a clean morning star, but a morning star. So now I want a move about 2874. Once I do that, boom, I'm looking for 21891. I have no stopping for BA. So positive with Morningstar by about 20874. And you all can set up this information in your setup. Just make sure that you 1234 is there. Now my stop loss will be 2046, which is 34. Target is 21147. Yeah. Extremely good. Facebook also making a morning star right here. It's a combination of four, but I've just, it's not a clean, but it bounced right from this level 305, which I said. If it doesn't bounce from 305, it's gonna lose. So today it has a higher high, higher low, moving towards 325 target. So I'm gonna keep that. If we get an entry anytime in Facebook, I will just keep it. And if we get any dip, 313, 314 should be the stop loss, or practically 315 should be the stop loss in Facebook. But now it has moved from neutral to positive. And that's the best idea about this preparation, is that you exactly know what you have to do when the market comes live. You know that you have to wait 10 o'clock, it's showing some strength. This is a ticker. At 10 o'clock, Facebook was 311, 312, and it was extremely bullish. And we had a trade above 310, 311. It just ran from there all the way to 318. It gave you an opportunity. Point is, did you take that? Yes or no? I'm on I don't do like 195. I use that's the what I call magic, Devin. That when I'm planning for a trend, I always consider daily trend on the daily timeline. But when I'm trading it, I keep that trend back of my mind that yes, the trend is positive. Now within that trend, 30-minute candle is my stop loss and is my profit or my entry. That's how I refine it. I do not go down to 195 for that. 195 minutes. I have March 210 calls. I posted that. I have to check. That's good, Mr. Bugger. Mr. Reddy, I need to search, Mr. Reddy, about any other option, because I have not looked at the open interest for Delta. Right now, I have this position just as a disclosure. Uh, okay, so I'm just moving my stop loss in Facebook to 314. 60. Buy anything like if you can get about 318, 319. 317 to 319. That's a good range in Facebook. And I'm still keeping it 60%, but it had a good move today. I will not call it off. So 60% is good. Google gave me an opportunity early in the day to go down, but it managed to bounce and closed right on the trend line. So I'm in the middle of this, because if market has to convert, you see the red line is right there and the green line is right there. So in this case, the trend is negative. We were short. It gave us almost 2800 target today and then bounced, making a dodgy. So we are coming from 3000 and today we made a dodgy. That's a for dodgy. So it means that we are roughly change of trend. This is an again example of evening star. At top of the trend, three candles from 2926 all the way to 2800. So now it's dodgy. I will say it's a change of trend. I will call it a neutral with a stop loss of 28.48. I would like to go long. First target will be 28.97. If we break 28.97, we are there for all-time highs. So Google, I will just mark this as neutral. I will buy above 2873, stop loss 2848, 2897, and just giving 3000 or 2926. That was the low. Lucid Motors, I think everything. If it was the news, then it gave you an opportunity to enter. It came to that level where it tested but managed to close above it. Extremely bullish. Once it breaks 45, we're going to hit 49.54. So there's no change here in my equation for Lucid Motors. I'm still positive. Shop. Shop again, like it came all the way 1339, tested exactly to the point, and from there 100-point move up, closed above 1420. I think it's setting up for a potential morning star. It's gonna make up morning star. So I'm gonna take a chance with a very small stop loss. I would just keep 1420 as my stop loss and go long in it. But I'm just keeping it neutral because I need that confirmation. So buy above today's high. What is today's high? 1431. Let me 1435. Stop loss 1420. Target is 1493. And Shopify has a habit of giving you extreme moves when you don't expect. So I'm going to keep it neutral. So that was short and it's there. Snow this morning gave an opportunity. It came down and then had a good bounce. Almost like, come on. Almost like close right on the trend line. Something similar to Google. So again, I'm going to wait for 354 area, 357 area now, because the trend is almost mixed with this, with the 12 and 34 converging. I think that's the best it can go now. It should convert and go up from here. So I'll be looking to go long as soon as above 357, or I'll keep my equation same. 357, 40. I'll make the stop loss to 352. So I'm gonna see if it breaks 357 and then hold on to this. Or you can enter with a stop loss of 341 if you want to. 341 is an extremely good area for snow. FedEx opened and managed to hold on to this gap. I'm still looking for 250, 254. The only thing is I would like to buy above this area. You see, it got rejected in this area. This was a base previously, now it's getting rejected. So above 246.80, 247 roughly, I need to jump in. FedEx I'm positive, but now buy about 247. And the risk reward is not bad at this time. And stop loss will be 245. Targets are still the same. 250, 254. Microsoft, this is a killer. It's an inside day today. Inside day, and if we can have a move of 2332 roughly, which is about $7. And that's a breakout on Microsoft if we can get that. I'm just using the word if. So confirmation will come if we break above 331. So I'm going to keep it neutral now because it was negative. Buy above 331.70. I'm not going by the definition of inside day, but by the 12 EMA. Stop loss is this. Target is 338.79. I'm neutral on this. MU was one of the stocks along with AMAT and TSM, which are coming towards that range where they can break out. It made a lower low, lower high, but it's coming to a point where it is respecting that 12 EMA. So now 12 EMA becomes very important for MU. It has been holding this considerably well. So if, come on, where is Johnny? 1 second, let me just bring it down. Now 12 EMA is 82.21. So if it breaks 83.85, keep a stop loss of 88.21 and then 88.94. From neutral, now it is into positive. This was my target 83.85. So I'm gonna now buy above this, keeping a stop loss of 82.25 and 88.94 is my target. That's MU. Then I have Disney. Disney almost like, I didn't even look at it, just to be honest. It tested 150. So all my targets were hit. If you practically see, I may have not jumped on all of them, but it did its job. Now we should look for 154 with a stop loss right here at 148. So if we break above tomorrow's high, Disney 150, let's say 6, stop loss is 148. We should look for 154.10, and if we break, then we should look for 159.24. That's 34 EMA. We closed right on this. A break above this will take us to 34 EMA. So good risk reward ratio. I will discuss all this, Ubrino. Once I'm done, I'll just call you up and then we can discuss about how do I pick up calls and this and that. But I'm extremely happy that all the trades which I'm planning, they're working. NVIDIA did its job, 281. Now I'm not, it has done its job. It held on to that gap. So I'm now neutral on NVIDIA because I was short. Now, NVIDIA. See, all these Fibonacci, they are giving you extremely good area to enter. So if you entered here, because that was the target, enter here, boom, you have opportunity to go long. And from there, almost 220, 20 points move was there. So if we break above 303 today, we might be able to hit 312. Stop loss will be 299 now. So buy above 302, 41, 299.60. Target is 312 for now. And I'm call this as neutral because I already have chip stocks. So I'm going to call this still neutral. AMAT MU are my choices along with AMD. Tesla managed to almost come across this area. It's like double top bottom, like double bottom right there. The low was 944 here, the low was 950. So I would call this double bottom. It's held onto that line. It's setting for a potential morning star, and you know what to do. Just go long as soon as it breaks 120, 1021. If it breaks it, go long, and you will not regret it. Just carry this position for maybe a day or two. Buy about 1021, 1021.50. And that's it. So I'm pretty much done with my analysis. So let me invite all of you on the chat. Where is my copy invitation? Let me go to Safari. You can all join in. It's a big invitation. There is a link somewhere. I don't know. No, it's not taking that. To cut it. Password. Let me just cancel this and copy paste these. It's too big of a message. Where is my Zoom meeting? Participants, invite. There you go. You can all join in there. And let me just set up my meetings. Hi, everyone. If you want to speak, just let me know. I'll unmute you and we'll go through your queries one by one. And let's time box it. Yes, Honor.
Hi, Noah. Good evening. I noticed that Tesla was a potential morning star today, but somehow, like, I didn't get out. I had Tesla puts. Do you those expire on Friday? Do you possibly see a downtrend? I mean, it's a hard question, but like, do you recommend anything?
See, tomorrow, if we have an opening above 1021, I'm just being practical, then there's no point holding your puts.
Even
It
for
will
Friday?
simply go out. No, I don't see it.
Okay.
It's the it held onto that base 950 and then bounced, and that's the reason. Like I posted around 980, 998, 997, about 1000 calls, and they worked.
Right.
And they worked on the same principle because I was looking at the same view that it's holding onto this area 998 9. And even I posted a 30-minute candle chart where it bounced right from there. It was making this, and right there 996 it closed above this, tested this, and then it was looking towards this area of 34 EMA.
Yeah, you're right. I was in earlier, and like somehow I didn't get out. there's you're suggesting if there's an opening over 1021, there's no reason why waiting for Friday. Just get rid
Yes,
of.
and by the time we are talking, look at the futures. They already like, as I said, you could have bought the calls for futures. They were cheap. I am into right now what you call uh,
Mm,
crude. So I'm 460 plus on crude.
okay, but Tesla is not in the S&P. Right?
Tesla is in S&P. It's a part
Is
of S&P.
is in the S&P, you said, or is not?
No, Tesla is part of
It,
S&P.
oh, all right. Or in any scenario, if I see something below 1,000, should I wait for the yesterday's opening line, or it's related to
I would
go?
say if you get an opportunity early in the morning to exit, just exit.
Okay. All
If
right.
you hang on to this state, see, I'll tell you from my own personal experience. If we held on to our losses too long, we just tend to ignore other opportunities which are there. If book the loads, okay, clean the plate and look out for a better trade. And we can recover really, really quickly.
You're right. You're right. Thanks, Naval. Appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. Mr. Double A's.
Hi, Nawal. How you doing, man? That
Good.
that note that you said was awesome. About booking a losses, else you won't be able to see the opportunity. But a quick thing for you: FCEL weekly. It looks like a good saucer handle, cup and handle, but it's more like a saucer.
Not on weekly.
Yeah, weekly. Yeah.
Daily is not. Weekly, it's also setting up as inverted head and shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks good. I think once it breaks around 11ish or so, I think it'll be really good trade.
See, this is the point where you need to add positions.
Yeah.
See, this is weekly candle. Okay.
Right.
And it's making a dodgy right here.
Could make a morning
Most
star.
likely it may become dodgy throughout the week. Somewhere here it like kind of holds itself, doesn't move out. Next week we will see something. So this is a time where we actually jump onto the options. So F sell, I will go for maybe January 2023. Come on. No, 2022, 2023. And buy 10 calls of 234 at 225 to 34. Gives me ample opportunity. If it breaks out, I can easily get my money.
I gotcha. Okay. Oh, 23. So like a year ahead. Okay.
Yes. See, you may not like them, but stocks like this, I had the Lucid for about $4 and it went on to make 35. It's still hovering around 25, 26.
I gotcha. Okay.
Just buy $2,000 and leave it.
Makes sense.
Don't even look at the stock.
Okay.
Just consider it's a loss. Just ignore it.
Ignore it. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir.
See, I'll show you one thing. In my other account, I have SPY calls, which I bought at 90 cents for January 2023. 500 calls. See, it's already open.
Oh,
I bought them at 90 cents. They're trading at 20.
nice.
And do you think that in next 1 year, it will not even cross 500? 100% it will cross 500.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay.
So my $900 are already 20,000.
Damn.
Just
Where were
buy.
you? Man, I should have followed you right then. Okay.
It's not
Thank
about
you.
following me. I was like so vocal. I told people buy. $900 is nothing. Just buy and just forget it. Same thing I did with BA and Lucid and Facebook and Netflix and Nvidia. People only come back to me once they are there.
Yeah, no, I'm a very new subscriber. I'm just like 3 days old. So this is good. Thank you.
No problems. Then we have, hi, Devin.
Hi, Naval. Good to see you. Thank you for this so much. I'm looking at the futures, the Russell, and I'm looking at the daily and wondering what you see here. Are we finally have a bottom, or are we going down one more leg before? I'm on the futures right now, but I don't know.
You are in RTY.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. I'm not in it. I'm looking perhaps for a bottom, but I'm not, I'm afraid to get in, you know.
I would say that we did not made a lower low in last few days. We're trying to just held on to this base. We definitely making higher highs. Just ignore a little bit here, but we are progressing towards higher. So 22.45, I was trying to jump onto the futures for Russell, but I did not. I went on to crude. I should have done that, but this is the target which I'm looking at, 2224.
before we pull back again, or what?
No, we shouldn't see. If you look at this, we came into this area and we are bouncing again. So we should bounce towards 2290 at least.
And that will play out, since I don't do futures, hopefully that will play out on the rut.
Yes, rut I think is in premium to the futures. So yes, it should.
Okay, so
And do you also play arbitration? Like you buy index futures and sell index calls? Do you do that?
no, I don't do any futures as of yet.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm looking at probably put credit spreads on the rut, or you know, if we get up to 22, I don't know, maybe selling the rip if we get up there too. I don't know.
No. This will just go up until now the end of year.
You think so? You think we're done with the bottom now?
Yes, that's why I went positive last night.
Okay.
And it worked, right? I may not be like so actively looking at the screen, but one thing which I've learned is ride the trend, do not fight it.
Okay.
So yesterday
because
we came almost close
Uh-huh.
on the positive and the 12 and 34, and now we are separated again. So yes, it almost tested that threshold. That yes, I should break down, but it did not. It bounced.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And one more thing, Amazon looks like it's got an evening star on the hourly. Does that mean anything to you?
Let me just check. It made evening star and it came down. It already did.
So now, you think it's done, or because I know you said sometimes it can do 2 or 3 candles.
See, it took the support of this 12 EMA right here.
Mm-hmm.
It closed right on that. If it had closed below this, that will be a confirmation on the second candle. So one is, this is there. So as soon as you go below this area, 34.47, that's your evening star trigger point. You can create a short right at this point. The open here, the close, and as soon as it goes below here, just sell it. And then you have target of 1 candle and 2 candles. Second candle made a dodgy. If it was a full candle with a big red body, it could have continued towards 33.88, but it made a dodgy. If we have a green candle tomorrow, that will make a morning star on the week on the hourly candle.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not in it right now. I'm just I took profits today, so I'm just kind of waiting to see. But
Tomorrow, I think we'll be more on the chips,
yeah.
semiconductors.
Well, Okay, thank you. Thank you so
No
much.
problems.
Talk to you later.
Bye. Hi, Jerry.
Hey, Naval, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I have a question about with charting. I'm curious about what you think about the wicks, and I think maybe I'm a little bit too focused on that, I guess. But when not Vic, sorry, like the you know how a candle wicks down to the bottom. So for example, like Nvidia today and Google, what they did, how they wicked all the way to the bottom, right? Do you ever find that the price action ends up falling there again soon after? Right? So you see how Nvidia fell all the way to 281 here, right?
Right.
And then you see that rise. So what I was thinking was if it fails to like, so it's filling up that gap. Once it fills that gap, the I think it'll probably go back down to 281 to like kind of consolidate where that wick was. But and this is what I noticed with a few tickers in the past. So I'm curious what your thoughts on that
So
are.
let me keep it very simple for you. Okay. This is NVIDIA, right?
Mhm.
We did not test this. This is the resistance. Okay. We failed from 346. We came all the way back here and tested the support, and we bounced from it.
Mhm.
So whenever you get a bounce from the support, it means that all the selling is done. Now the direction is reversed. If you get a rejection from the resistance, it means all the buying is done. Now we should sell it. That's why you remember I was posting about 4560, 4581 area.
Yeah.
Index was rejecting that multiple times. And as soon as it broke it, it just went higher and higher.
Mhm.
Same thing is here. If you already have a test of support, do not go short until that support breaks on the next candle. So if you look here, let's just check. This was the candle at 10 o'clock close.
Mhm.
This candle tested 281. The next candle again tested 281, but it did not close below this price.
Mhm.
It just tested it and then it did its job. Then it started to consolidate and then it starts to move up from there. Same thing happens with many stocks. That's why I use a 30-minute candle, because it gives you that opportunity that yes, if you have a stop loss, it doesn't take it away, but it will give you an opportunity that yes, you can revisit your stop loss if it is fine or not. In this case, 281 stop loss held, tested, and then it bounced from there.
Okay, no, that's fair. Could you take a look at Upstart and you can see what the kind of price action I'm kind of speaking about in terms of like the retest? Let me just look at my chart. 1 second.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah, I can share my screen if you like.
Okay, let me just share your screen. Let me just stop sharing. You can share your screen now.
Sure.
In between Sachin Patel, I will answer you. Just give me a few minutes.
So what I'm talking about essentially is this here, right? Where you see it wick to the bottom here, right? And then it sort of recovers, and then it wicks back down here, right?
Yeah.
And this is kind of what I was getting at about like what I see NVIDIA potentially doing as well, right? Because just like you said, Upstart had this my charting might be incorrect, but I see some support here at the 160, which is like right above that gap that they have here.
Right.
And so it wicks off that gap, right? And then you see selling here, and then obviously today it retested that support. And that's kind of what I was getting at with what I see with like NVIDIA and even Google too.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
But even in that case, I would expect it to break 160.90. If it doesn't, then whatever selling it had is done.
So this is like, I guess, the confirmation to go long until whatever price point out, like 200 or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of a double bottom for now.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I see right now. But I guess I'm saying, like, because I see this, I guess I'm correlating this with Upstart and NVIDIA. And like, oh, maybe NVIDIA has it will give me another chance to enter. But
NVIDIA, can you open NVIDIA chart?
uh,
So NVIDIA here, you look at this. This is, there we had a red candle, but here we are coming from all the way 346, and we are potentially setting for a morning star. It's a potential there,
yeah,
right? So when you
for
have a
sure.
potential, it can, if we have a green candle, it will simply go up. And power of morning star, you all know now.
Yeah.
It gives you that kind of trade that, yes, you ride on it and make money.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And yeah, I do like what I see with NVIDIA too. Thanks so much, Naval. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. Hi, Anchit. Guys, we need to do quick. It's already 11:30. I'll try to start this meeting by 10 o'clock if I can. Hi, Anchit. I cannot hear you, Anchit. Okay, HS.
Hi, Naval.
Hi. First, what's your name? Like, I don't know what HS is.
Sorry, it's my Zoom. My name is Hubert.
Okay, very good.
HUBRT. Yep.
I
I'll
like
go
to
ahead and
call
change it
people
on
here.
Zoom.
Yes, Hubert.
So Naval, my question is, at what point does a cup and handle or any of the morning stars or anything like that, at what point does it get invalidated? So I'm looking at a stock called SoFi, and it looks like it looks like it was forming a cup and handle, but then now the handle has gone all the way to the bottom. So at what point is it invalidated?
Let me just clarify it to you. 1 second. So this is, let me just use a better color. Red I already have. Let me just make blue. Let me draw a little. Okay, so you walk. This is bad. So this piece, the cup, all the way to handle. Look at this one. This is the neckline of the cup. I usually call this the base portion where you have that D. And these are two hands in the cup formation. So whenever it goes below this area, that's where it gets failed, which was 1735. And I did pointed a couple of people that 1735 will be an area to, like I was telling about 24. If you, I don't know, you were there in that time, but I told that 24 needs to cross for Sophie to move up. It almost tested here, failed here, failed again. And once it fails from 61%, it will always come back to this area. So it's almost there now. And these rules you need to remember when you are charting. 61 is really important. 38 is really important. 23 is really important. If you break this, you're going to hit 61 in straight line, ignoring 50. If you break 61, you're going to hit 100 with some level of distortion here and then straight up. If you fail from here, 78, you will get some support. If you fail 61, you will come all the way down here. So these are the few things. Even in the morning star, I need to find, let's say Tesla. Tesla had the morning star potential setup. Or BA on the weekly. See, this is the morning star right there. If it goes below this area and close below this, which is the open of the middle candle, that's
Mhm.
it. Then it fails.
So it has to be in the middle.
The middle candle open should be the lowest in all of the bodies.
Got it.
And as soon as you cross, I call this as piercing middle of the previous candle, the big red candle, then you are good. That's a confirmation you're going up.
So I'm also a new member to your live chats, and you keep referring to what happens in the morning star. What actually happens in the morning star?
Morning star, let me give you an example, a perfect example. Morning star is an extremely bullish pattern. This is the morning star in W. And this is set up right there. From top of the trend to the bottom, a big red candle, the middle candle dodgy with a small body, and the follow-up green candle. As soon as it broke above the middle, come on, come on. It broke the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 candles back. Same goes for the evening
This
star.
was all in one day.
No, not in one day. Back to back 10 days.
Got it.
Similarly, on the evening star, you will find the same thing. Amazon evening star, Google evening star, you will find everything there. This is the evening star in Amazon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 back-to-back days of downtrend.
Hmm.
I hope this clarifies.
It does. So it doesn't matter if the middle candle is red or green, as long as it's a small basing candle.
Yes.
Okay. And last question, Naval. So the SPY calls that you were talking about that you got for 90 cents for 2023, what made you look out to actually get those calls? Were you looking at IV, or were you just in the option chain looking at stuff?
I don't know. That was the last option which was available in the market at that time.
Got it.
Before that fall happened in February 2020, I just booked a $20,000 loss on my ES put options of 3250, 3350. And in next day, if I would have kept those options, I would have made at least $2 million.
Man.
So I booked a loss. So I was so badly hurt. I planned to add few call options and just leave them. And I will leave them till the expiry of January 2023. I'm not selling them. I want to cover that thing. So I was so badly pissed. I was trying to see, it was purely luck that the COVID news came for the market and all the bears had a good gain. But personally, it was very terrible for me. I lost 7 family members from it. But I hope this thing is now done, as Bloomberg reported, and we are going up. Thanks, Hubert. I need to answer Sachin. He was waiting.
Sure. Thank you so much.
No problem. Sachin, what I do at 10 o'clock is I look at my sheet. Again, let me reiterate what I do. At 10 o'clock, I look at my sheet. I look at if the ES is positive or negative. It's trading in this range. So right now it's 46.07. It was 45.95 when we last started the session. So once we do that, it gives me a thumbs up. Then I look all the positive, market is positive, pick up the positive tickers and see if any of them is in my buying area. If yes, I buy a strike near to target 1 and that's it. And my 30-minute stop loss is I do not put a stop loss in place. I tend to buy what you call a 30-minute candle close as my stop loss. Which options? I usually buy 2 weeks out, 2 weeks out or 1 week out, at least 10 days for my options. Okay, let's just quickly wrap through. Srini,
Hey, Nawal, thank you for doing this so late in the night. Quick question about Zillow, right? I see it's an inside month
it
and a
will go
morning
down
star
more. It will go down more.
and a morning star on the week, though.
It's weekly, but it's let me just I was checking this Zillow. This is weekly for sure. But
Monthly, it's an inside month.
look at this candle. It made the lower low than this.
Oh, okay.
So there is a possibility, but looking at the market for Zillow, nah, I have serious doubts. They did a terrible mistake, and now they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's not a technical issue in Zillow, it's more of a fundamental concern. And also better.com, they are also like not doing a great business. They fired many people just last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as I said, I'm thinking middle of this year, that reality sector is one of the most overexposed, highly inflated sector. As soon as more inventory in the place is gonna go down big time. People who bought houses in 2021, they will feel the pain when the same house which they bought, if somebody bought the same house next to them at least 100,000 cheaper, they will realize it. They will understand what is FOMO. So Zillow is still in the same, like, it has a fundamental concern, just to be honest. And you have so many better trades. Why you want to stick with Zillow?
Okay.
Anything else, Srini?
No, no, thanks. That's it.
Hi, Munjal.
Uh, Hello, Navaldeep. How are you doing? This is my first day here. Thank you so much for hosting this. So currently, I have a few questions, but I'm not going to waste too much of your time. So if you can just zoom out of this chart that you're showing right now. Okay, this is on the weeks. Just zoom out because there's all these different levels that, yeah, all this red and blue and these patterns that I see, and I'm not sure what this is.
Do one thing. I created a video last Thursday.
Okay.
I had a session with the entire group.
Okay.
You can watch that video. It's
Okay.
on my YouTube channel, Learning. I specifically
Okay.
posted that. Go through it. You
Okay.
will have clarity.
Okay. Perfect. Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in Neo calls right now, and they expire in January.
And
I
when
just
did you
wanted to
enter?
get your. I entered like a week back, but I've just I have like 24 calls or so, and I've averaged down a little bit. My average is, it's a $35 call, and my average is at 3. I could have averaged down further today, but I did not. When it
See, first and foremost
yeah.
thing, never ever average options.
Okay.
If you are in loss, accept it and move on.
Okay.
But right now, if you are in stocks, I may just check January 2022, right?
No, yeah, 2022, $35 call.
It's trading at 250. Just keep
Yeah.
the stop loss here because it's right now, it's an extremely important area for Neo.
Okay.
This area is 32. If it goes below 32, then you can be in big loss. Better to like keep 31.91 as your stop loss. If it
Okay.
opens on 33, you're good.
Right.
Then it's
Yeah,
a morning
that'll
star.
be a morning star, right?
Yes. If it doesn't,
Okay.
then keep 31.91 stop loss and
Okay.
respect the stop loss.
Okay. You said 31.91 based on the first candle of the morning star, the big red candle.
The first 30-minute candle or just any 30-minute candle should not close below 31.91.
Right. Okay. So that's based on the Fib retracement, is it? The 31.95 level. How did you get that? Is what I was trying to understand.
it will take some time for you. It's not
Okay.
Fibonacci. It's
Okay.
another supply and demand area for me.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It-
Okay.
it,
All right. I'll go through all your videos this weekend, and hopefully I can catch up.
yeah.
Thank you so
So
much,
like,
Navaldeep.
it's just getting late for me. That's why I'm
No,
just
no, no,
rushing
no.
out.
I totally understand. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have asked so many questions. You
No, no,
carry
no
on.
problem.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right,
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
no problem. Amit, no, there's no one. Anchit, you're still there?
Hey, Naval, sorry.
Hey.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, do you want to talk about the chart? Because so many people had the questions. I know it's late for you. It's up to you.
Like we can do that tomorrow because like I have to get up at 5:30 in the
Yeah.
morning usually.
Yeah, let's
So
do that tomorrow. Thanks.
I'll do that tomorrow. Or you can do one thing like you can put. Let me just open your chat.
Yeah.
Discussion group. Question this one, right?
Right before this one.
Yeah. Which ticker it was?
It was Microsoft. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let me just go to Microsoft. Microsoft. Yes. So in this, let me open it on my laptop, another laptop. If you have the question like in front of you, can you read it to me?
Yeah, sure. So basically, the Microsoft, right? How do you pick the start point and the end point for the fib extensions?
See,
Because-
usually again, like that's an observation you have to build in your work.
Mhm.
That usually I tend to see, I have multiple extensions here, you see.
Correct.
One is here,
But I
one
was-
is here.
Yeah.
So I usually tend to see if I can get a support or a bounce from like the latest bounce from the trend line.
So any one of those regression trend lines, right? Anyone.
Yes, any one of them.
Okay.
But I try to just like I will do it here
Mhm.
and see if the market is respecting these levels or not. If
Mhm.
not, I will go back further and see if market is respecting them or not. If
Mhm.
not, I will go back further.
Okay. Okay.
That's why I'm saying it has to be done by back testing it so that when you're placing these numbers,
Mhm.
they are respected by the candle's price action. If not, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly right. I think most of our numbers don't exactly match with yours, but the price action, kind of bounces on your numbers, right? I think that's what a lot of people had questions.
That's what I'm saying, that you have to practice it just to get that observation. There are a few things which I cannot explain by just showing it.
Yeah,
It's like when you're playing cricket, right? There are a few shots which will come automatically once you have a high and eye coordination. It will automatically come
yeah.
because you have practiced a lot. Same thing is here. I gave you the regression channel, which is an extremely important tool. Nobody does that. I did that. I told you how to use it, but you have to practice it just to perfect it.
Yeah. I've been trying this on the toss on demand ones.
It's going to take some time, maybe a couple of months, just to be on a safer side to give you confidence.
Absolutely. And yeah, till then, I'll
Just don't quit on this. Give yourself some time.
No. Yeah, I think I think we all believe in your process, right? I think you kind of have showed it. So thank you.
No problems. So let me just read any comments here. Thank you, Harsh. Which options you are going to buy and hold? That's a secret. I cannot do that. Thank you, everything. Thank you. Sachin, I answered you. Bye, Devin. Did you check BBS QQ flow? Shows a lot support. See, you have to understand the put with respect to the price action and what's the price action on those puts. Were they sold? Were they bought? You will not understand directly from reading the flow. You have to spend some time on the charts. Docu, I don't believe in Docu, so I will not have any comments. These are all companies which are highly overrated. HUT, HUT. Let me just check on HUT. No idea, man. This again, like company which is setting up for a head and shoulders and can go down much more. I will avoid HUT. And you need to tell me why did you buy this, so I can like discuss that rationale with you. Intel, I don't care about Intel. Tesla, Dell, I already bought them. Deepak, you are making good money. PayPal, again, like I have better trades than PayPal, but yes, it was looking good. PayPal. All right, I think everything is good. All right, guys, if we are all good, thank you for participating. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night and enjoy all the very best for tomorrow. Bye-bye.